Greetings, 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 greetings. I am so excited. Oh, this is the first message for this channel. And as always, take what resonates, leave what does not. And let's just go ahead and hop straight into the energy and see what we find. I would like to begin with the tarot and then transition into using the oracle decks. And we're going to pull out the book or books at the end and see how the oracle cards confirm the tarot cards that originally come out. So while we engage, go ahead and start doing an energy check-in with yourself. See where your energy is. Energy is real. And I see there's a card here. There are some cards here that are somehow flipped. And what I mean by check your energy is I want you to see what is it that you have been thinking about, and possibly write a list, write them down. Write down your thoughts right now at this moment, or the thoughts that have been most persistent. And let's tap in and see if you receive any revelations about them. I'm going to be as honest and as frank as my guides will allow me and do guide me to be. So whether it is just a piece of this message or the whole or aspects of this message here and there throughout that resonate with you, if you feel so moved to, reflect that energy how you so choose to. And I'm really excited about this being the very first message. So let's go ahead and tap in. I saw another card that was flipped over. It's the Three of Sticks, and it is the Son of Baskets. But we're going to put those here. I'm going to give one more shuffle to this deck of cards. And let's go ahead and tap in. So my spirit guides, ascended masters, all energetic, vibrational, and wavelift realms, and my ancestors, the ancestors, all of these energies that are connected to the experience and manifestation of the highest, best good, will, and way, show up here now. Speak through me as a conduit for the masses. I pray, I petition, I pose my heart to you as a transitionary reach out to grasp the hearts and the minds and the spirits in the union that needs to be so seen here in and throughout the earth and the world and the realms. And I give thanks to this in gratitude ahead of time. Thanks. Okay. Let's go ahead and get in. We have a card that has come out, Mother of Coin in the reverse. And let's go ahead and see what the rest of this energy will say. Book. Nice thick stack just came out. Okay, another book. And by reference of book, I mean a lot of cards. And I will always take the mini cards that come out. And we're going to lay them out and see what story comes out. So first we have the Mother of Coin, which came out in the reverse. So that could be potentially the Queen of Pentacles, okay? We also have here the Father of Baskets, which can be like the King of Cups, the Ace of Sticks, like the Ace of Wands, the Eight of Knives, like the Eight of Swords, the Free Man, O, which I perceive as like the Fool card, the Nine of Knives, Six of Knives, Seven of Baskets, and the Two of Baskets. So baskets, most similar to cups, knives, of course, swords, sticks, wands, coin, pentacles. Then we have here, going on up and moving into the reverse, we have the Four of Knives in the reverse. And the Six of Sticks in the reverse. We have the Dr. Buzzard, the Three of Coins, the Ace of Baskets, the Dim Bones card, the Ace of Knives, the Nine of Sticks, and this is actually what I was going to pull first, the Ten of Knives, Mother of Sticks, and Two of Sticks. So I am a oracle, a channeler of much and different distinct energies. And as I do so, I will always use my interpretation of the cards that I am given to read out the messages. So we have here the Mother of Coins in reverse, someone literally using the term Mother of Coins has a paternal figure potentially who is in reverse energy, negative energy as it pertains to their spending. I'm hearing and feeling right now more specifically spending a lot of their money on frivolous things and then not having enough money to take care of the advances in their life that they need to take care of, like their medical bills, like their actual bills, home expenses, things along those lines. They rather, and actually do rather, use their money for hair, nails, physical body maintenance, upkeep, which to you, the collective who are tapping into this aspect of the message, seem frivolous, seem unnecessary, seem to be uncaring, is what I'm hearing. That they're really not the choices that need to be made. And I'm thinking of coins. I'm seeing the word coins when I say choices. So their choice with their coins, with their money, with their pentacles, this maternal figure is not making the wisest choices in your mind. But you, this Father of Baskets energy in the upright, as the King of Cups, you have so much love to give. So much discernment in knowing how to use your emotions. And you rightly so are looking at this maternal family figure with right judgment. Don't think that you're using your critical thinking skills to be too critical. You're on the right track. You're doing the right thing. But you just need to hone in a little bit more, a little bit wisely is what I'm hearing. A little bit more wisely as to what to do with all this information. Because in the back of this card, this is a man sitting on the edge of a boat. It's a wonderful story that goes along with this card. And he has mirrors on the side of the boat, as that is something that was placed on boats for good luck. And what you have done with your wise masculine energy is you have chosen to, while being on the edge of the boat, still keep an eye out on the terrain that the boat is in, the waters that it is in, by making use of the mirrors, but you're also examining what's on the land, what you are approaching, and what has approached you. And what's coming into me is this mother figure is either about to approach you or has approached you about something concerning finances. But you and your loving heart are at this point in your King of Cups energy where you're wise enough to know what to and what not to do based on the reflection of their life choices, mirroring back to them the consequences that they need to see too, whether it gets pointed out to them by themselves and they call it out to you, or you call it out, or someone else does. But I feel like saying be careful in this energy. This Ace of Sticks, like Ace of Wands, is knowing that this is your realm, this is your era of wielding your magic. No matter where you are, no matter what you need to use the power of your mind at, towards, about, around, do it. Hold yourself a wand, even if you want to go out and get a stick or purchase yourself from online a metal rod or a specific crystal rod. Use it in the intention of your mind. Others may call it a prayer. Some can call it a mantra, an affirmation. However, as you so choose to speak it into existence, but be careful where you choose to speak. Don't go, and I caution you when I say don't go, but don't go speaking too frivolously around teachers, ministers, parents, pastors, lovers, children, and friends. Don't speak to be heard. Speak in private to manifest, as his background and setting is very country-esque and rural. Speak alone and hold it like this fist firm as you speak, and wield your intention on the vibrational wavelength energetic realm. Next, we have this Eight of Knives. And I'm hearing, tell it with its counterpart. So the Eight of Knives counterpart below it is the Three of Coins. You have reached a crossroad in your life of examination of self, of examination of others, an examination more specifically of the direction that you are going in as a result of these 8 knives, these 8 pivotal points I'm seeing of there being 2 attempted hindrances to your north, to your south, and to your east, and to your west. But what you don't know is that there is always another path. You don't have to walk in the direction of the knives, nor do you have to walk between the knives. You can walk through the widest path onto the green grounding grass and get to your destination by going that way too. And for her counterpart, for his counterpart below, is the Three of Coins. You have the beginning necessary resources. You have finances that you can wield in the wisest, most possible action ways to turn about your situation and produce good and fruitful rays of sunlight. Whatever it is, you can turn it around for good with what you have. You also have your crystal energy reading spirit abilities, I'm hearing, for a chosen, some of you in the collective. You've recently gotten connected with holding and using crystals or potentially wearing them, whether it be underneath your clothes, as glass beads, waist beads, ornaments around your home, but you know the energy and the frequency healing that they bring is good to you, is good for you, for your aura, for your energy. So stay tapped into that. And yet there are those of you who are working with money energy, working with the flow of crystal energy, and also jar energy and jar spells. That's a real thing too. So stay in that light. Know that your form of divination that you are crafting, that you are cultivating, is very real to you, and it helps you reveal where the swords are that have been placed around you, and to have the discernment to move forward. Because up above is the Mother of Sticks, like the Queen of Wands. You're in your magical era. You're in your manifesting, your beauty, your wise dominion, assorting, arranging aura. And below the Ace of Sticks being the buzzard, Dr. Buzzard, like the images here, you're balancing out the scales of your life. You're manifesting well in the direction that you should, in the direction that you're able to. And as this juxtaposed image of a Lady Liberty and column courthouse building shows in the background, that there's a particular story with this card that I'm not recalling quite yet. You're balancing the scales of your life, that's very clear, and you're bringing yourself justice and liberty. Because though there's a Six of Sticks in the reverse, though you have these magical abilities about you, someone is wanting you, like this dizzying pinwheel here on the side of the horse. Someone is wanting you confused. Someone is wanting you, I specifically heard, laid off. Someone wants you cast to the side without a limb or a stick to stand on. But you know your energy. Even in the Four of Knives or the Four of Swords energy, this is in the reverse. You're in that state of rest. You're in that state of contemplation that they don't want you in. And despite them having you now in this image hanging upside down, like the hangman, you're reveling in this time and enjoyment of being alone. You're seeing where someone else is upside down in their life, and it's okay that others are trying to make you appear upside down, but you're wise in your emotions. And you're not allowing yourself to be dizzy for long, even if you were temporarily dizzy by the pawns and the scams and the schemes and the trickery and the good manipulation and arrangement of the words that this person or these people keep using to get you and keep you in this Four of Swords energy. Because you are the magician, you are the magical one, bringing justice. By evaluating your circumstances correctly, and honing your own magical skills, crafting your way to beauty and enjoyment in life, of manifesting everlasting life truly for yourself. I love this for you. I love this for us. And then we have this Two of Six. You're going on a journey. You can account for where you have been and where you are going. Though there's a great body of water here in front of you, you're still choosing to go with whatever resources and provisions that you have put on your back. You're also in your zero free man energy, foolish energy, leaving the graveyard, the past, carrying with you only the notes and the memories that you need. But you're moving on past the graveyard of other people's energy in your life. Why? Because you're in your Ace of Balance. I heard Ace of Balance. But this is the Ace of Baskets. So you're in your Ace of Cups, your new beginnings for emotions, your new beginnings for balancing your emotions more so clearly, so that when this Nine of Knives moment shows up, and that one more knife has been placed in your back, and you're thinking, man, I'm on this journey. I know what to take with me. I know what to leave behind. And I'm truly here happily balancing out my emotions. Someone else is going to come in after having known or not known, whether you disclose or not, and I'm hearing, don't keep disclosing your energy reads to other people. And this is for me too. Don't keep disclosing how you read energy. You never know what energies are lurking that could take hold of a vessel, whether it be temporarily or long term, around and about you and your energy, to know what types of knives to stick to hurt you and to try to keep you down more permanently. But this Nine of Knives energy is coming in. There will be a sudden betrayal, another who will come in and strike out at a knife at your back. And it's going to feel like a them bones. Because maybe you're going to hear about it first in this tarot reading. Or maybe you're going to hear about it and sense it in a dream. Or maybe you're going to have a deja vu type of moment. But something is going to confirm to you like, I saw this coming. I read that energy right. I know I'm not crazy. This whole divination thing, it is real. It's working. And it's going to carry you into this season of Six of Knives, of knowing that, yeah, people have been putting swords in your boat, have been casting and poking holes, but you're still choosing to move on to better, peaceful, more enjoyable, calmer waters, where you, now in your Ace of Knives energy, are having a new beginning because you're leaving, of starting afresh, of starting anew, and cutting things out from the beginning. I heard it as nil. Nil, nope, not, and done. And once you do that more consistently, your baskets are going to begin filling up. You move from your Ace of Baskets to your Seven of Baskets. More wands, even too, I'm hearing more magic, though there are no more wands cards out here. But you need to know that you have more love, more offerings of love coming into you, whether it be love in the proper and correct workplace once you move, love from the right neighborhood community connections. I'm seeing group fitness clubs. I'm seeing even from the grocery store checkout line attendants. There's so much more love and abundance coming to you, even at the gas station, of people who are just, their aura is more in alignment with you. They're more aligned with you. But you have now skeletons in your background, like the Nine of Sticks. Oh, and there are more wands out here. Like the Nine of Sticks, you can read that energy. And you might have the Bible in one hand, and you might have your gun in the other hand. But what any energy, known and unknown, is going to see when they come up on you and they try to get too deep into your aura and they weren't supposed to, is the countless dead heads. I'm hearing the bodies that build up from coming and attacking you, that the unseen realm seems to have a nice quick fix of getting rid of for you. Yeah, and that's going to lead you into your Two of Baskets, your Two of Cups energy. This yin and yang, masculine and feminine, full abundance, just reveling in the flow of your Two of Baskets energy, which leads you ultimately to the Ten of Knives. This knowing that it's finally over. The last knife has been stuck in your back, and it doesn't come from love. Or maybe for some of you, you should choose to see this as your last knife in your back is going to come from a lover. But that's okay, because you've already prepared yourself to know that you're capable of picking up and moving away anyways. So the nature of synchronicities that we have here is we have definitely the number 3 out here and 4. And I'm seeing 2, 3, and 4. We also have 9 twice, 9 of Knives, 9 of Sticks. So 9 could be relevant. Or the progression of moving from 2 and 3 and 4. Where is my 4? And 4. We also have here the progression of 2 sixes. We have the 6 of Sticks and the 6 of Knives. So 2 sixes and 2 nines. And we can also note how when you add the 4 and the 3, which are on the same plane, you have 7. And so we have those two that make up 7 and 7 of Baskets. And each one of these are a different suit. So two twos, two of baskets, two of sticks. Two can be relevant, or the second month of the year, or the second sun cycle. Two sixes, two nines. And I believe it was also, I don't want to speak too soon. Maybe it was also, and we have two aces. But we're going to leave this energy here. Let's go ahead and tap in with our oracle cards and see what energy confirmations we have here. And see what your soul, what my soul, what our soul wants us to say and bring from this collective message. All right, let's build a bridge from here to there and tap in. All right, open the door. Let's see. What would you like to show us from the other side? What does our soul need to hear? What does our soul, thank you, need to know? What is our soul resonating at? Okay, let's do this one more time. Is there anything else you want to reveal to us? And I caught this one as well, but I'm still going to let them come out. And we flip these. And let's see what really amazing type of energy reading there is out here for us in the collective. So the first that we caught and came out is we have the 11 duality. And I'm here and place these over these. So 11 of duality. We have the 31 source. I'm hearing over my body. Over whose body? Over my body? Over my body. Okay. Over 6 of knives. Loss. I'm hearing over here. 18 and 31 and 11. So 1, 1, 1, 1. And then 8 plus 3 is also 11. So we have 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1 out on the table right now. Learning. I'm saying, put this over here. That's the 4 card. 21, burden of tears. I'm hearing, yes, put this over here. You know it goes over here. And then finally, the 24 card, which is karmic relationships. And I'm hearing, yes, put this over here, like here. Okay. So let's see what we've got going on. And I'm hearing, read it in reverse. So, with this 24 karmic relationships card, choosing to place it specifically over 3 of coins, you know that you are tied up right now in some karmic energy. And your source energy is telling you, you got to have a 3-way response to this karmic energy. Because this karmic energy is presently in your life because you're resonating at this energy and frequency level. And because you resonate with it, it is coming in like the law of attraction. And it's the vibe and it's the situation and it's the occurrence that you're in because something a part of your life is attracting, is resonating, is maintaining this toxic condition. I'm hearing you always have the right to let go of what is not right in your life. You do. There is no karmic ties that tell you you have to keep up relationship binds, relationship ties that societal norms have set you up to feel like you need to stay tied to. Because this loss that you see it as, the loss of cutting off this friend or this burden or this lover or this loved one, it can bring a burden of tears if you so choose to see it that way. Not as a karmic loss, a karmic relationship that you're shedding away. And we have a 2 and a 2 here. So there is a karmic relationship that could bring, maybe has brought, is bringing in a burdens of tears. But with this 1 here in 21 and 1 here in 18, the ones being on the inside closest to each other, this burden of tears is a reflection of the fact that you are choosing to acknowledge that there needs to be a loss. There needs to be a direction taken. And that loss is going to bring you into your free man, your full phase and stage of life where it's like, oh, okay, I'm letting this go, letting this energy be right there where it is, and I am choosing to walk away, which is what the fool is doing. The fool is choosing to walk away because you're in your four. Two goes into four, and four goes into eight. So 2, 4, 8. You're in your learning era over the mother of sticks. You're learning how you are wise enough to see the truth of a situation. You're learning how your hand and your palm is in itself a revelation and manifestation instrument. And from this, the 4 of learning to the 31, 3 plus 1 is 4. Source is telling you, I am here. I am in you. I am source energy, the revelation of light and darkness perfectly balanced. I am here, starlight, moonlight, all radiating throughout you to let you know you have source truth, source clapback ability after this loss, source move on ability from this karmic relationship, and source truth that the burden of these tears has been taught to you to feel tied to these tears. But for years and years, you've known that you need to cut people off and let them go. Yeah, this is your 11/11. This is your duality season and duality era to realize the push and the pull, the go and the stay, the up and the down, the right and the left, the in and the out, the around and the through. All of these choices and decisions are being revealed to you. Yeah, but you've got to tie up some loose ends. Let's go ahead and confirm this with some more confirmations of our next oracle deck. And let's see how the oracles want to transcribe for you and for me more of this. Yeah, breaking the deck, we have here Oshun of mercy, compassion, forgiveness, and empathy. This is not for you to give to others. This is for you to give to yourself. And I'm hearing, why? Why would you say give that to yourself and not to others? Well, forgiveness is a message state of foreboding, of formidable, of granting to an other a blanketed grace, a blanketed mercy. Not that you would forget, but that you're going to give them a pass on receiving the just due karma that life and all energetic realms and frequencies know is due them, because you're going to put your heart, your mind, your energy on stating you forgive them, which is going to block and cut off and shield them from letting karma and intuition come in and teach them the lesson in whatever energetic and vibrational way it so sees fit. You cut that tie off every time you forgive someone. It is not for you to forgive them. It is for you to forgive yourself for how you allowed your energy to stay tied up in someone else. I do not teach, preach, or encourage forgiveness, because you keep people from the karma life lessons that help them boldly and for assuredly know not to get caught up in doing those types of negative energetic actions that they have so had their butt burned from, and know not to get jiggy with that shit, if you know what I mean. So cut that out. Stop forgiving people. Let them know, I see you. I know what you did. I acknowledge that. And I am ready. I'm going to give myself time to, yes, move on from it. I don't need to tell you I forgive you. And I'm not going to tell you I forgive you. I'm going to tell you that I see what you did. I heard what you said. I saw your actions for what they were and the impact that you knowingly or by choice ignorantly allowed the residual effects of your actions or inactions to have on me too. And your lack of thought and your avoidance as your forethought or in your afterthought as well in some cases of how that could energetically and emotionally and mentally resonate with me and impact me, and obviously negative more so than positive ways. I've got to let that go. I've got to let every aspect of that energy in you depart from me. And that's simply going to be through me saying, you know, I want you to get your karma for the energy that you brought to me so you can really learn how not to do that to me anymore. I can't teach you a lesson like that, but karma can, life can. And so I'm going to let karma and life deal with you how it wants to deal with you. I don't have to be the hand that dealt it. I don't. But I do have to acknowledge that I allowed myself to be in your presence. And something about you energetically resonated with me on such a low frequency level that I was low enough to get swung up, caught up, hooked up in that same or similar disastrous low energy of you. Let's go ahead and tap into this. So what confirmations do you have for my energy, for this energy, for the collective that is here? What would you like to say? I'm hearing, yeah, that was enough. That was the card, boo-boo. Okay, is there anything else? One more card. One more? All right, yes, maybe one more. Okay, let's do this one more time. All right, what's the one more? And it doesn't have to be one more. It's whatever y'all want to say and give as a confirmation. If you want to. You don't have to. If you want to. Okay? Thank you. Interesting how this deck, you see how it sat here like this? So I am going to take this. Oshun of the Dawn. New beginnings, hope, fresh start. So yes, you're giving yourself this new beginning. After you choose to, you know, any loss is loss. But you need this new beginning. And this is the one card. Dawn of new beginnings. Maybe the color purple, gold, green resonates with a lot of you. White seashells might resonate with a lot of you. And then we have here the 14, 1-4. Oshun healing sage. Restoration, compassion, wounded healer. I actually hate that term, wounded healer, personally. But beautiful image because there is a woman here holding a bowl. And up on the wall behind her is a mirror showing her her reflection. And there is a young girl holding a mirror, looking forward like the woman is looking forward, but her reflection is also there with the crystals and the candles aligned. And what I see this as, especially with the greens and the golds and the speckle of blue and orange here, is that you are in your, I don't need to see my reflection to know that my environment is a reflection of my energy phase. And knowingly or unknowingly to you, you are reflecting back the same energy to the young ones, to the young children, your children, or your nieces and nephews, or the grandchildren around you. They're seeing how you see yourself, and they're practicing seeing themselves accurately according to how they see you. You see, I have this philosophy personally that for adults that are parents, in particular parents, that whatever are their vices that they grew up with, hating their parents, hating other adults pointing out in them, those become quite often the very same blind spots that they have towards their kids. Meaning, simply put, if you were always called out for a specific habit or trait or characteristic point that other people did not like, that thought needed to be changing, maybe sarcasm. I particularly was never one who liked sarcasm. I still think I don't know, quite possibly. But if that was something that you never liked having called out, then when that individual has children or has a child or is around children in a coaching, teaching capacity, and here's it, Nat. Glad I was able to kill that gnat monitoring spirit. Quite possibly, those are the same blind spots that those children will grow up with. Because whenever another adult, say a teacher, in a potential parent-teacher conference setting, brings up this deficiency, that is the point that the parent did not enjoy having pointed out in themselves, and in some cases will come to the defense of the child in an effort to not have that feeling of that thing a part of them that they clearly can see now that their child is picked up to be called out. Yeah, someone needed that part of my reading. Let's go next to our oracle deck and get some confirmations on where this energy is moving. So we've seen a lot of where the energy is at. Let's move forward in the energy and see where we're moving to. Where are we heading? Thank you for telling us about the now, the fresh start of now, the new beginning of now, the hope that has to be fostered daily. Countering, acting, opposing the energy of the old. Thank you that we know that our now energy is also healing. Using sage might be important from some of you. We have, this is the 14 card if I did not say that. So we have currently 2 2s from the 21 and the 24. Several ones, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, and we also have the 1 from the Oshun Healing Sage. A lot of combination ones, so 18, 31, 11, 14. And we also have the synchronicity of 4s like 2s. We have the 4 in the Oshun of Healing Sage, the 4 and the 24 of Karmic Relationship, and the 4 of Learning. So you are here to heal, restore yourself, give yourself compassion from coming out of these karmic relationships that you were meant to be in. You were meant to be in them because you allowed yourself to be in them. So clearly it was a part of your lifetime. Don't get mad at anybody. Don't get mad at me for being the messenger. I'm just saying, you allowed yourself to be in that energy on some degree, some pipeline of a level. But it's okay now because you're out of that phase of life. And I'm even seeing here now how we have a 1, the only one on this level, though there are 2 4s here. We have a 1 from the 14. We have a 2. And we have a 3 and a 4. So I'm seeing a 1, a 2, which is the only 2 right here, a 3, which is the only 3 right here, and a 4, which is the only level. So you're moving up. You might have sidestepped, is what I'm hearing, from the burden of tears to acknowledging how you have source energy within yourself. But that is okay, baby. That's okay, my love. Whoever you are, that is okay if you took a sidestep on the next level. It's all about learning. And you move forward from learning when you apply that learning, that is. When you apply. So let's tap in, okay? And let's see what else we've got out here. What's the moving forward energy? What is the moving forward energy for me, for the collective, 4422? What is this moving forward energy? Yeah, would you like to say once more anything else about this moving forward energy? Is there anything about the current energy, the now energy? Let me go back through and ask that. Is there anything about the energy right now that you would like to clarify? Anything about the right now? I know I want the moving forward. But read my intention. Is there anything about the right now that you want to say? And I also felt compelled for the first time ever to ask about the past. Is there anything about the past that you would like to say? Just want to get an energy read and feel, just to see, to make sure we do our due diligence. Okay, there is something about the past. Thank you. There is something about the past. Thank you so much. So let's read this first about the past. It's coming over here with this burden of tears. It's coming over here with this mother of coin. It's coming over here with this 4 of knives in reverse. And this is the 16 passion Basset card. So this relationship with whoever this feminine figure is, there's a lot of passion there. I'm hearing a lot of proposed passion. Maybe a fondness that this person has towards you, or you just have for them, have towards them, for always going to them for answers for other things in your life that you're like, if I cut them off, then that means when I need just these little things, like I'm not gonna have that no more. So let me just, yeah, man, nah, let me just cut that perspective whole thing about cutting them completely off, especially for a season of maybe needing to go into something like hermit mode. Let me not do that, because the burden of the tears that I would go through, that they would go through, that the phone calls I'm hearing, that others would send to me crying about how this person is so hurt and how I'm hurting them by cutting them off like this. Yeah, there's so much passion around this relationship. But what you need to know is, and this came out clearly over the Oshun Healing Sage Restoration Compassion Healer card. Now let's see this together. Is the 8 card, resentment. You are going to ultimately resent yourself if you don't take this opportunity right now to see it for what it is, reflection, and to heal. And resentment is an eater of the heart. All sorts of cancerous ulcers, caked up acid buildup, calcium buildup. It's going to have some impact on your heart. And I'm even being called to say how this image is holding the shoulder and the arm of someone who has a bow and arrow in their hand, who is aiming. What you're going to resent is that your spirit guides this very message, your tune, your tone, your frequency that you're resonating at right now in this lifetime has you spot on, aiming in the right direction of your life. At this karmic relationship, arrow is on the right thing. This here you need to end. But if you choose not to, because there's so much passion and you don't want to deal with the guilt of it, all right then, I'm hearing, all right then, choose what you want to choose to do. But don't say we didn't call you forth and let you know that you're learning. And it's okay to take a side step or two, but ultimately it's about learning. So what are you learning when you hear from us and you don't aim at changing your life in the way that we're telling you to? And we're telling you to do that to bring justice into your life, which is to cut off these ties, unlink them fingers. Don't be all, lace locked like they are here. Let them damn fingers go. Have your hands free to wipe your tears for a season. Yeah, because it's going to be a bumpy ride with this loss, but it's a new dawn. It's a new dawn. It's a new day. And I'm feeling good. Do, 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 do. Birds flying high. You know how I feel. Yeah. Energy knows how you feel. Connect with some birds. Get outside in nature, wherever you are. Even if it's a 2-minute, 2-hour nap, connect. Tap in with yourself, with source. Okay? I'm hearing shuffle them cards another way real quick, and let's go for it. Nope, that's good. All right, here we go. All right, open that door. Let us in and let us see what you want us to see. Please and thank you. What other confirmations? Thank you. All right, then the final confirmations from this day. Thank you. Is there anything you want to say? Anything on this side? Okay, thank you. Wow. Thank you. Anything you want to say? Anything for over here? Thank you for what you have spoken and said. Thank you. And let's ask for over here. Is there anything you want to say? Thank you so much. Anything you want to say? What would you like to speak to? Thank you all so much for how you showed up already. Thank you so much. Okay. So right here on top of resentment, we have the 30 in the upright receive card. It says preparation, draw, and embody. You cannot doubt spirit talking to you. 5115. Preparation. Preparing this individual. Draw. What is this person preparing to do? Draw back this bow. Embody. So that you can embody the correct aim and be able to do this on your own. Whether you have your spirit guides there, your ascended masters, your ancestors, all of the energies from the unseen realms, they're letting you know it's time to restore yourself and receive. We also have these 3 R's: resentment, restoration, and receive. So the letter R can be significant. The initial, potentially. A place, a city, a name. But what we have here is 37, storytelling. I'm hearing, ooh, they weave up a good story. Wisdom, which I prefer to say wise dominion. Someone is in their wise dominion with this tradition of telling history or his story, telling their version of a story. They are really good. 7 plus 3 is 10, so we have another 1 out here. They are really